Well, good morning, everybody. It is Leanne Graff today with an unboxing video. Every Tuesday, 11 o'clock a.m., and I have a video featuring projects, products made by Stampin' Up. So I do have to tell you that I will not be doing a video next week. I am going to take the week off. My family will still be here. So as of today, when this video is over, I am mostly on vacation. I can't say totally because there's still other things that I will be doing, of course. It's not, I can't just turn it off. I'm just not built that way. So yeah, I'll be answering video questions and emails and posting a little bit on my social media as well. So hey, hey Sharon, the first one on. Hi Trina, good morning. So I'll be sharing a bunch of sneak peeks from these two catalogs. So January 4th, I believe, is when this mini catalog and the Sale-a-Braton goes live, and it will last through April. This one, Celebration, only through February. So we have 2 months of Celebration and 4 months of this catalog. So our holiday catalog ends, I think, January 3rd. So speaking of, let's just get right into the inventory status report. So these items are out of stock right now. Now some of these are from the holiday catalog, some are online like these two, and some are from the annual catalog, but they will all be back. They're just out of stock. Stampin' Up does not do back orders anymore. They stopped that during COVID. And I think it was a smart business decision because it was costing them a lot of money. And just to keep solvent, they did that. They made that decision. So these items are from the holiday catalog and are no longer available. So quite a few items are gone and likely gone for good. So yeah, I'm sorry if you wanted any of those, but that's the way it goes. You gotta, I'm sorry, but sometimes you gotta get them in the first couple of months, because sometimes even in the third month of a new catalog, the mini catalogs anyway, they run out of product and it just doesn't make sense to order if it's from out of the country. So that's the inventory status report. So moving on, I thought, what am I going to share? Yesterday I was thinking, what am I going to share? And my friend Annette, I don't know if she's on yet, but she mentioned watching some unboxing videos. I'm like, that's what I need to do, is sharing unboxing. So that was easy. And then I thought of this and then that, and then here it is. I have a lot to share today. So let's see, going down the line, I'm just going to, let's do door prizes. So last week, my prize for sharing was a set of cards that was in a kit to go. So I've been giving these away as door prizes, and this is a really cute one. I'm drawing a blank. Sentimental Park, I believe, is the name of the designer paper. So, and the other door prize was half a pack of the in color 6x6 from last year. So the winners are, they are Diane Stevens won the designer paper, and Chris won the stack of cards. So I messaged Chris, and I know Diane, she's local. So yeah, well, congratulations everybody. Chris, let me know your mailing address so I can send those to you. I don't always assume, even if you've won before and I have your previous address, still need your current one, just in case you move. Rather not have a package go missing. Okay, the next thing up is the new kit in the kit collection. There are a lot of kit collection cards, or projects and kits. So as of January 2024, they will be releasing, I've got to wet my whistle here. That's a bad thing if I'm hoarse or dry within the first 5 minutes. So they're releasing 2 new kits every month starting in January. So they have been doing 1 kit a month. Now they're going to add 2. Now this is a non-stamping kit. So you get all of the pieces, everything printed out in multiple languages. I like to give the other languages to my friends who speak those languages. I save them up and send them a nice little package. So here are the card fronts. think it's petal pink, peacock, and then of course printed. And then there's envelopes. And in this kit you get dimensionals and peacock sequins, adhesive sequins, gold twine, and tear and tape. So you need nothing but a scissors. That really is all you need. However, I recommend this for kits and also a bone folder. So that's all you need when you take it to go, or yeah, it's a great kit, and the cards are beautiful. So here's one of them, and you can see that the print on the greetings is foil. Hopefully you can see that. So that's one. Here is the other. Love that one. I like that shape of die cut. And here is the other one. Very simple cards, but beautiful. You'd be happy to send those to people. So that is the, let's see, painted florals. Let me double check. Yes, no, painted wishes, $14 for the 9 projects. And yeah, it's really quick. I made those 3 cards in probably 5 minutes, but they're beautiful. So remember to check our kit collection for products. Okay, my husband has been on the kick making more glue stands. We were running low of a few colors. So these are the colors we currently have of glue stands. This is a new turquoise. It's a little softer. It's more pool party, I think. Almost coastal. It's right in between. Well, here, I have Coastal Cabana. Actually, it looks like Coastal Cabana, doesn't it? So we're calling it turquoise. But, oh, you've got a sneak peek of a project there. Oops. Blue, pink. This is clear or iridescent, and copper and red. So I think they're $6 on my store. So that's one item that I have on my store. The other one is I put together some adhesive kits. So these are now on my store in cute little bags. You get a multi-purpose glue with a glue stand, mini glue dots, both sizes of dimensionals, mini and regular, and then a tear and tape. So most of what you need for basic crafting. Now, if you want to add a glue, a tape runner, it does fit. So this would be an easy to-go bag for your crafting. So it doesn't come with a tape runner. I wanted to keep the price a little bit less. This is $30, and you can add it on to any kit or any glue stand or anything else. So, and they come, you can specify if you just send me an email or a note sending which color you want of your tape glue stand. Okay, all right, okay. Before I do the sneak peeks, I have 2 projects I'm going to share. So I'm just trying to see where that goes. Well, I don't quite know where it goes. I'm gonna put it off to the side. I have a bunch of sneak peek items to show, but I have 2 quick projects that I'm going to show. And this is one of them. And this is the Everyday Details bundle. I am missing the small little, it's behind me and I don't want to get up, circle die in here. It's not a dotted one, it's kind of a stitched one. But this is the Everyday Details bundle, and it is rubber, a red rubber mount. So yeah, that is one of my favorites, and I made 2 cards using that bundle. Oh, that's why that was it. Now I know. Okay, I'm going to share, and I don't know if I'm going to put it together because, like I said, I have so much to share, but I want to show a tip. So here's one of the cards that I made for a swap. So you can see I used the teacup, but you notice that the flower is brighter. I wanted a discrepancy between the cup and leaves and the flower. So what I did is, I think I'll just show you. I'm not going to put the card together. I do have everything to put the card together, but the colors are Misty Moonlight and Boho Blue with white. Nice, kind of a monochromatic card. So I'm going to, yeah, aqua would be a good color for that, Joan. Thank you. You're right, instead of turquoise. Okay, so that is the, I'm just going to clean that, my chamois that's out of the screen. The teacup, stamped in Misty Moonlight on Boho Blue. Now I have my white pigment ink, and this is an old one. I have a new one, but I just keep using the old one. I added a little bit of ink refill. That's our craft white. The only kind of white ink pad we have is craft, because it needs to be a solvent ink and not a, no, I'm going to take my, not a water-based ink. White, just, it's just what it has to be. I'm going to squeeze my Wink of Stella and get a little bit out of liquid. There we go. I'm going to mix that. Now when I'm done, I will wipe this out, or at least I'll wipe out the Wink of Stella area. I might leave that over there, but and did I bring a scrap? No, I didn't. I usually start on the scrap. I'm going to start over here. See, it disappears. So that means I need to add a little bit more of the re-inker. So that's a little bit better, but still disappears. I can still add more. So just do a few tests, and you can see it's starting to, there we go. That's what I want. Okay, so then I just, and on a lot of my cards, I think I made 23 of these cards. I did it twice. I let it dry a little bit, and I did it twice. Like I'm kind of going over it now. And I didn't go in the center very much. I should move this closer for you. See if that helps without glare. Okay. So just, like I said, you don't have to. You can pull a little bit in the center, but I didn't want to obscure, not that it would, because it does dry lighter. But you can keep going and add another. And most of these I let dry and did it a second time and highlighted the outer petal. Now the other way you can get this white is to use our white colored pencil. And I forget to reach for those. I use ink to color a lot more. So basically that's what I did. Just gonna smooth that in so there's no abrupt. So what do you think? So here is the card, and I could even go over more, but the card has the flower has a little bit of sparkle, and it has a little bit of white, and it was just enough to make, oh, that's a little lighter. I didn't want it to be glaringly white, but it does make a difference. So this little piece right here, I'm going to share one more tip. So when I'm done with that, I will just wipe it off, all that white ink, and then my Wink of Stella is ready to use as usual or with color. Like I said, I'll take a little tissue and wipe out the wink part so it doesn't get on my ink pad if I ever squeeze it. Sometimes you can squeeze it. Oh, that one doesn't. Well, there we go. Squeeze it and make it give you a little ink on the inside of the lid. Okay, so this paper is called Poetic Expressions. Move that over there. So this texture, if you can see that, is the Basics 3D embossing folder pack in the online store. I use a lot of those very easy, very often. So this is a 4-inch square of designer paper, and it looks like it's embedded or underneath. I did not add it before I textured. I didn't, but once you add that to the card, this 4-inch square will go to the end of the card. Now, if you want to, from tip to tip, if you want to, you can trim off another 1/4 inch, and it will probably meet the edge of the Misty Moonlight layer, or just simply one side. It doesn't really matter. And then your layers just go right over there, and then your greeting, I stamped on some leftover scraps and added those with a few little gems. And the gems are the solid, adhesive back solid gems. So that's what I used for this card. So that features, like I said, the everyday details of the bundle that I just shared. Now I have one more card that I'm going to share while I'm talking about this, and that's this one right here. So here you can see the larger stitch circle. So here's the smaller. Now the interesting thing about these dies is this one right here that I used will cut out, and I gave a sneak peek on my website or my Facebook page, but it cuts out between the inner dots. Right there's your cutting mark. but this one does not cut out. So that would give you another background, and you could use a larger die, a circle die, on that one and get an inner layer. Does that make sense? So when I cut this out of my boho blue, on my scraps I had dots that were outside the cutting line. So that's the only one in the bunch of these dies that is a double. The rest are singles. Okay, so this is new paper. This is the, let's see, Rock and Roll. You'll see the samples of that in a little bit. This is another of the basics embossing folder. It has such deep dotted texture. It's just a little bit of a fun fold. And the nest, I used my, I think I used my water painter to add Coastal Cabana to the eggs. And then this is the other die that I'm missing in here, right here. It's just a simple stitched circle. So it's behind me and by my die cutting machine. Okay, so that, yeah, that is the Everyday Details bundle. Okay, so I have one more project before I'm going to share the sneak peek products. I made an ornament, and I love to make ornaments from our papers. They're so pretty. I used the Walk in the Forest. This is the Make a Difference paper that Stampin' Up! Contributes to, remind me which organization. I forgot now, I'm drawing a blank. But here is the ornament. So it is a folded star ornament. Isn't that pretty? So, and I added, I'll bring it up close, I don't know if you can see it, some of the pearlized enamel effects. You can see the dots. It kind of blends in because of the dotted or the printed background. It would show up much better if I used a brighter color, but I wanted it subtle. So I'm going to show you how to make that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to switch it up and use the Berry Christmas. I believe this is still available. I think both of them are still available. I think these two and Garden Walk, I believe, are it. I think most of the rest, it might be one more Christmas paper, but they have run out of papers. Boy, yeah, it's something else. Okay, so I did some ahead of time because I wanted this to be quick. All right, so 3-inch, 5 pieces of 3-inch designer paper. Then you fold it in half both ways, and I definitely want my bone folder. This. You want to have nice creases. And I got this idea from my friend Susie, who sent me it from my friend Donald Chevsky. So we're all really good about sharing ideas. So first I fold it in half this way, and now I'm doing it diagonally both ways. Oh, I did forget to do it the opposite way. So, okay, here, and then when you fold diagonally, you want to turn the other side out. It's not a really big deal, but it can help. It helps it fold when you're done. So I'm meeting my corners, and every now and then my cutting was not straight. So, so anyway, you can kind of see here, you're going to fold all ways, all in half, both ways, always. That's it, no measuring. So now have the point towards you. Oops. I'm going to have the blue in. Yes, have the point toward you, and then bring in the corners so you have more points, and then fold that out. I think the easiest way I found it was to have one point pointing to me, and then you end up with a square if you fold it the right way. But I kept trying to fold it, and it wouldn't work until I figured out point it at me and then push in the edges. So that's it. Okay, so point there. So we have all these folded squares, and these two I already glued together just to save some time. Then I have a piece of baker's twine. Okay, so I want to do every other color, although because there's 5, it doesn't quite work. One of these is going to be next to the other. It's just the way it is. So a little bit of glue, and I want the navy inside. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'm just gluing them in a circle, okay? So that was navy, so now I'm going to do red. This is what I call red. And make sure that my opening is toward me still, and just adhering. You could use any adhesive you want. there's not, I mean, just as long as you burnish it or let it dry. And you can see my ends are not perfect. My cutting on one of them was really bad, or my folding, and I'm like, oh well. And it doesn't show, so it's not a big deal. This is a great ornament. I think this would be good to do with kids. Okay, so all of my 5 squares, you can almost see 1, 2, 3, one my little mistake one, and 4 and 5. So when you do this, you get your star. So in hindsight, I wish I would have done this in the inside. I was thinking the wrong way, but oh well. What I look at when I look at my designer paper, I honestly don't want to choose green, because and this one had a lot of green, because if you have a green Christmas tree, it just doesn't show up. So that's why I chose the blue. And like I said, I wish I would have had this on the front side, but hindsight. So now I'm going to take my tape runner, add adhesive, and I'll explain why tape runner this time instead of my multi-purpose glue is because I'm going to add my baker's twine here. Make sure I have it on the opening. Yes, so yes, there's my opening. Okay, and I want them in different places just because it doesn't make it so thick. Both kind of going toward the tip. I'm going to move that away a little bit. Okay, now I'm just going to flip. Hopefully you're all with me here. And match up my corners and really burnish. Pinch and pinch and pinch. Okay, there's my star. So like I said, not quite as pretty as this one, but I made sure the inside was the same. And this is all blue as well. But I wanted red and navy. Oh well, I wasn't thinking. So then I just started with a big dollop of the pearlized effects in the center and added one of my large stones. That's the perfect place to use a large stone. So thank you for sharing, Della. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody wants to share, I would really appreciate you doing that. Share with a friend who likes paper crafts, or somebody who wants to make ornaments with their kids. They might like that. So that's folded star ornament that I wanted to do to share with you. Okay, and I will share directions for that probably next week. Although, well, not sure I will. I'll share pictures probably later this week because it's Christmas. You got to do it for Christmas. Okay, I'm going to move things away. If anybody needs to order anything, you will not receive it by Christmas, but if you use one of my host codes, you will get a prize if embellishment from the holiday catalog, if the item is, your order is over $50. Okay, let's start. I'm going to start in the beginning of the catalog, and I did have time to make a lot of my cardstock or designer paper samplers. So the first thing I have, now this is not everything in the catalog, this is what I own, so it is a lot. So this is the Be My Valentine bundle, and I've shared a few projects with with this suite, I guess you'd call it, already. So here are some projects that I made with this suite, and I don't have a full pack, but I do have a half a pack of these cute embellishments, hearts and flowers, I think they're called. So really cute enamel hearts and flowers. Okay, that is the first one, and I love the punch how this could be a word bubble. This can be the wings, or it can be a heart, and that's a heart, but it also does the antennae. So really smart punch. I think they did a wonderful job creating this bundle. Okay, I'm going to try and be organized as I put these items away. Okay, let's see. Next is I did not get to make a sample with this, but it is Thoughtful Moments Dies. And what it is it has thank you, oh happy day, thinking of you, hello, I don't know if you can see it, love you, with sympathy, you make me happy, get well, celebrate, and just because. Now, these dies match that. So this is one of those dies in a hybrid folder that we have a new brayer. I don't have it yet, it's coming, but you can brayer over these items. Then you put your cardstock in, and let's see, then I guess it's gonna go this way. Cardstock in and this, and you run it through, and you have inked raised greetings that are die cut out. So you close this up and run it through your die cutting machine just like this. Now this would not work with a Cuttlebug because it's too wide, but it does work with other die cutting machines. But yeah, it just kind of snuggles right in there. But you can add color, or you can do it white and just have white on white, or tone on tone. But we have a brayer, and this technique was meant for that you can brayer ink right over that and then die cut it out, and your impression will be colored. So it's really a neat set. So now, is this right? Yeah, it is right. What do you know? So there's some other dies that go with it, some little accents. See if I can get that in there correctly. Okay, so that is Thoughtful Moments Dies and Embossing Folder. I believe it's a set together. You can't get one or the other. It's a complete set. Okay, next is a stamp set that, to me, and I don't have a sample yet, but it's called Hills of Tuscany, and it's clear photopolymer, and it's a scene builder. So you can do mountains and rivers and skies, trees, and then some pretty greetings, some little accents, the house, the sun. So there's a bunch of projects in the catalog showing this, and it sold me. It was a very easy decision for me to make that, to buy that one. Okay, wild ferns. Now this was another easy decision because I love ferns. That is one of my favorite. Ferns and hostas, I think, are my favorite plants in my garden, and they're in my shade garden, and that is my favorite garden bed. So this was another no-brainer for me. Now there are some dies that work with these ferns. Then there are some rectangles, some stitched rectangles, and then these corner dies that have ferns and foliage on them. And then of course some more accent ferns. I think it's going to be really a fun set to play with. Just haven't done it yet. And I really like the greetings and the font, the mixed fonts. I always like mixed fonts. I think most of us do. So that's wild ferns. Okay, next is, I have part of this suite, and let's see, yes, it's the Perennial Lavender, and this was a hit with people in our, from other demonstrators that I saw. And I purchased, there's 2 bundles within this suite, and one is called Perennial Postage, and I love the greetings. I thought there was a really interesting font and great greetings, and then here are the dies. So you have many different sizes, full cards down to next layer, and then some almost rectangles, then a few squares, and a greeting, impression, and a little tab that you can turn into a tag. So that is the Perennial Postage bundle. Now in with this suite, besides that, are some die cut butterflies, and I'm really happy about this. I don't have to die cut, they're already done. And there are, I think there's 40 in here, and they're not expensive either. Now you can color these. You can sponge on them, you can color them, you could brayer over them. They're gonna be fun, and they're 5 different sizes. And then there are purple fine shimmer gems. Let me open that up so you don't have the glare. Well, you still get some glare, but this has 3 colors, and I think it's blackberry, grape, and Highland heather, I think. I'm guessing. But yeah, fine shimmer gems. So that is the Perennial Lavender suite that I got most of. There's one more bundle, like I said, that I did not get. Okay, all right. This is dividing point. This is the upside down Sweet Thoughts, Memories, and More cards and envelopes. So you get Calypso Coral and Peacock, and the envelopes are in 2 colors. And then you have, I just love the Memories and More cards. I think they're super fun. Just, I mean, Hello Beautiful. These are the large cards that you can use both sides of to either Memories and More. I absolutely love that one. That's my favorite. And then you get plain on the outside. This one, you could turn those into greetings. I'm gonna have a good time making kits to go with this one. And then you get, this time, 3 sets of die cut stickers. So, and there has copper foil accents. So yeah, this is going to be a really fun kit to play with. And then here are the 3x4. The large ones were 4x6, and these are 3x4. And then we have a Memories and More album, and these are the small cards. I mean, perfect for quick cards, using a little bit of your imagination, layering them, dividing them, cutting them into pieces. It's really fun to play with these Memories and More cards. So that's that bundle, and they are sold separately. Okay, oh, this next one. Oh, how many of you are into pastels? So for some reason, I forgot to order the dies that go with this hot air balloon set. So it's on order now. I fixed my mistake. But there's dies that go with these hot air balloons, and some match the papers. Some of the dies match the paper. So this is the paper that you see right there. You get 6 different patterns. So those are my sample, or where I did my cutting. They're just beautiful pastel papers. Great for baby cards. Great for just, you know, birthdays, anything. If you like the softer colors, yeah, you'll love this paper. This is going to be extremely popular. Then there is a set. They did an awesome job on this sheet. I'm going to open these up. There is this beautiful set of pastel gems. Look at how they match, how they coordinate so perfectly. And then we have twine in these beautiful colors. I think Balmy, Lemon Lolly, and Calypso Coral, I believe. But look at all that. That's going to be hugely popular, this set. Yeah, okay. Put this away. Moving on. Okay, next. Oh, this is, oh, I should go get the punch. No, I won't have to, because you'll see on the card. I made a project with this and I bought this specifically because I have this punch. It's, I believe, modern oval. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But you can see that this is the normal size, but then there's an outside that you could like pop up this, stamp this first, punch it out, pop that up. Lots of options with this. And I used that perennial lavender, let's see, yeah, designer paper for this swap card. And that's a new ribbon. This is the dazzling paper from the annual catalog, but this is the shape of the oval. You can see that's the image right there. I kept it to a crumb cake to kind of coordinate with the designer paper. And it's grape and pretty peacock. And this is all designer paper. And then this is the tag in the handmade. I don't remember what set of dies that's in, sorry. But that's filled with happiness that coordinates with our modern oval punch that carried over. Okay, the next suite. And I think I got everything on this one. Look at that beautiful paper with the gold accents. Yeah, really, really pretty stuff. Okay, 2 different bundles in this suite. This is one of them. You can kind of see some of this pattern in there. It's kind of a, searching for a word, distressed, a little bit of distressed looking. So there's a tab and a tag and other dies that match the dies here. So that's one bundle, lovely and sweet. The other one that is in this same suite is Notes of Nature, and here are the dies for that. Now this is an interesting one where it cuts holes and stitches it for you to create a binding, and that can open with and still be bound. And one of the things they put in this suite was like a, what is this called? Faux leather trim, and it is fairly, it's not quite square, but it's fairly thick, but it's soft. It will not, if you tied a bow, it would probably be a little bulky, but it's really cool. And it has a little bit of a gold finish to it. Probably can't see it on there. And, oh, the glare, I'm sorry. Here, I will hold these up. Yeah, you know, you want good lighting, but then you end up with glare. So does that help? Thanks, Karen, for the tip. I sometimes catch your guys' comments and sometimes I don't. So I appreciate when I do. So that's Lovely and Sweet and Notes of Nature. So that one goes with the Notes of Nature and this goes with the Lovely and Sweet. Okay. All right. Let me put these back so I don't get too messed up. Now, they're also something unique is adhesive back cork rounds. Now they are also, I guess I'd say kind of raised, not 1/8 of an inch. They're not that much, but small and large, and they are soft. They do kind of press down. So I don't think it's going to be a problem putting those in the mail. But very interesting that goes with this kind of distressed style suite, but yet golden accents. So Nature's Sweetness Sweet. All right, move this out of the way. Running out of room. I have a little bin I'm putting some of these items in. Oh, I just see something I forgot. The first bundle, the Be Mine Suite, I forgot to share the ribbon. It was hiding on the side of my bin. So just so you know that that's also in that suite. Now I didn't buy the bundle that goes with this, but this is the Just Kidden 12 by 12 paper. Lots of, every page has kids doing activities, laughing, gardening, reading book, watching movies, boating, all kinds of stuff. People, and the opposite side is also fun. Lots of fun prints. So that's that paper. Okay, next is, I think I forgot to show, I believe, no, that didn't go with that. So this is Trusty Tools. So popular. There is a designer paper that goes with this in the celebration that I will show in just a little bit. I'll hold this back and so I can show it with when I show the celebration items. So yeah, boy, this video is going longer than I thought, but we're getting close. So here's the rock and roll designer paper, and I'm missing a square. I used it all in my swaps and I didn't realize that. So I wouldn't have done that otherwise. But yeah, it's all black and white, lots of different prints, one with music. So otherwise it's just lots of distressed and detailed prints. Okay, next I have, let's see, stamps that we got free for being in our on stage. We had an on stage live, and this is a builder set for plants. So I'll be sharing some ideas with this. Lots and lots of, and it's, I believe it's one of those reverse sets that you can turn, so they even show a shadow. So you can turn all of these over to get the solid, and then the other side is the detailed. Solid, detailed, solid, detailed. So you just simply turn over your stamp on your block, and one side would be solid and one side would be detailed. Just a matter of which side you put on your block. So I don't know if they classify that as a special stamp, but I think it's just reversible. I think that's what they call it. Okay, now I shared one of my cards with this designer paper, Poetic Expressions, 12 by 12. Lots of variety of colors and prints here. So there's that. And lastly, a set of dies and an embossing, actually 2 sets of dies. So this is Thoughtful Expression dies. And I don't think this, I don't have the stamp set. I bought it for these right here. I love these dies. And of course this one is really cute too. But there's some images in the stamp set. And just so you know, I'm not allowed to open up my, oh yeah, the cork will definitely work for masculine cards, Joan, you're right. I can't open up the catalog until it goes live and show you the inside, or else I would show you the stamp set that goes with this, but I'm not allowed to do that. So that is Thoughtful Expression dies. This is mini alphabet dies, and how interesting that it's one piece, and they have doubles, double O's, N's, ST, R's, the common letters are doubles. So this will be really fun and easy to play with, whether you put in a whole piece of paper or just some strips of where you want them. So, okay. And last but not least from the spring catalog is this embossing folder. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know if my camera's picking up well enough, but it's really, really textured and deep texture. And would you know, I don't remember the name of this, but it's one of the only ones. We only have like 2 or 3 in the new catalog, and the others match a die, and this is the only single one, I believe. Okay, so that's the floral embossing folder. All right, let's get into celebration. Oh my goodness. Let's start with paper. I have a bunch of papers to share, and I did not make my small little samples for these because they only last 2 months and I didn't want to cut into them. Okay, this first one is called Most Adored, and as far as I can remember, these are all free with a $50 order. So this is red, flirty flamingo, and gold and white. So really pretty designs on these papers. So every other side, of course, and some swirls. So yeah, this is gorgeous. I just got this in. I did not get that in earlier. Okay, this is the Trusty Tools designer paper. And here is the bundle that goes with it. So this is Celebration, free with a $50 order. And honestly, I'd get this right away. I think this is going to sell out so fast. They have ruler paper. They have the toolbox paper. It's so cool. And lots of prints that you can fussy cut, or some of it works with the dies. There's the hammer and the wrench. So, and there's a paintbrush that works with that one over there. Yeah, it's so cool. So cool. So, tip on ordering from the Celebration catalog. If you want stamps or paper and you only can get one at a time, start with paper, because the paper will run out and they may not order more. The stamps they make themselves, so you're likely to get a stamp set more than you would paper if they are running low. So gosh, I'm sorry. This one is Softly Stippled. Beautiful color. This is my my colors. Love these colors. So, and the patterns are, so I didn't know I was going to like it as well as I do. So Softly Stippled. Okay. Oh, I have a card for this right here. So that one uses the Softly Stippled. You can see I'm almost out of that. I use so much of it. And then some of this paper right here. And Lost Lagoon, a little bit of Pool Party, and I used our little decorative punch for the little banner there. So that is that card. And the stamp set I'll show you in just a little bit where I got that hello from. Okay, here, oh, this is one of my favorites too. Flight and Airy. Oh my goodness, is this ever beautiful. So even if you don't like birds, there's this paper, there's the soft papers in the background. So I have a fun friend, Jane, she does not like birds. I love birds. I have 2 bird feeders that we feed birds all year long and love watching them eat and play with squirrels who we also feed. So here is a swap card I made using this paper. I had to cut just a 3 7/8 by 5 1/4 and then cut it at 1 7/8. And I kept the pattern together, so it made a kind of a puzzle. Okay. So while I'm talking about it, here is that stamp set, and this works with the hexagon punch. All these layers do, as you can see, here's the hexagon, here's one, and I'll show you another one in just a minute. that I did. So I kind of focused on this because I love the greetings. This is free. All this right now, free with a $50 order. So I'll tell you when we get to the $100 item. One more card I made. Like I said, I had to make 3 celebration swaps. I think there are about 20 cards of each swap. So I think I sent out, let's see, 20 times 6, 120 or more cards because some had more. So this is another swap that uses that punch. And remember this embossing folder. I'll share that with you in a little bit. Oh, while I've got you here, I will show you these gems. These are the opaque faceted gems and they are free. You can see I used them here and here. They are free with a $50 order as well. Let's see, pecan, calypso coral, and I believe Lost Lagoon, I think. So those are all free with a $50 order. Okay, moving on, next paper. And again, like I said, order paper first. If you're on a limited budget and can't get it all at once, order paper before you do these stamps. Sunny Days is this next one, and this is so bright and colorful. Lots of pretty colors in this. We even have cherries and strawberries, butterflies, rainbows, flowers, clouds. Yeah, really cute. Haven't done a thing with this either yet. And then we get to another accessory. This is Pool Party Ribbon, crinkle ribbon, free with a $50 order. Really soft and thin. I think it would be okay to make bows with. This stamp set, Watercolor Melon, people are already making really cute cards with this. You have the rind that can be in green, and of course the flesh of the watermelon is in pink or red. So yeah, really cute set. Okay, that's a $50 item. I'll just leave these stamp sets out. Oh, are they glary? Not too bad, okay. Here is another one, Jungle Pals. That is a $50 stamp set. But there's a set of dies with it. These cute little critters. Oh, and I just see I put my sloth upside down. So I cut out the dies in, I think this is Lemon Lime Twist. And so a lot of them match. You can see here's my sloth upside down. I'll have to remove him and put him right side up. So I just cut it all out in one color just so you could see the dies. Now these are a $100 item. These are the $50 items. So you would need to put in a $150 order to get both of these. Okay, so that's that. Now there's a $100 bundle that includes Softly Sophisticated. Now this is a double bundle. I think this goes with this image, this goes with this image, and Beautiful Greetings, and an embossing folder that I showed you a peek of earlier. So this is a $100 bundle together. I don't know if you can see that texture. It's kind of a stitched, woven, almost a trellis. So that is a $100 bundle. And then the last item from Celebration is Detailed Dogwood. And this is going to be gorgeous. Very, very detailed. Yeah, really pretty. I didn't even know if that doesn't work with our Dragonfly punch. But I think this works with one of our punches, our flower punch, I believe. So that's Celebration. This is all Celebration plus all of the papers that I showed you. 2 months to get what you want, starting in January. Now demonstrators, the nice thing about being a demonstrator is we could pre-order in December, and anything we ordered, whatever catalog we order from, we got free Celebration. We earned it a month earlier, so we actually get 3 months of Celebration as demonstrators. Didn't matter from which catalog we ordered, annual, retiring, online, clearance rack. For every 50 or 100 we get something free. So there's a lot of benefits to joining and being a demonstrator. Now there is a perk. I can't open it, but it's not shown in the back of the catalog. But in the Celebration catalog there is a glass mat, there is a silicone tray, and a cleaning cloth. That is the free perk for joining during Celebration. So that's the join offer this time during Celebration. So, and I don't have it. I hope to get it, but I don't have it now. So I think that's it. It's a long, long video. So thank you to those who hung in with me, and maybe you're watching later. And don't forget to share my video, like my video, follow me on Facebook and on YouTube as well. So give me some love and some shares. I appreciate that. All right, so I will not talk to you before Christmas. So everybody, Merry Christmas to each of you, and I hope it's a great one. All right, thank you so much, and I will see you in 2 weeks. There is not another video on Tuesday the 26th. So I think the first or second. I don't know what the next Tuesday is. We'll see. All right, thank you, everybody. Merry Christmas.